Hello, good afternoon. Okay, so this is going to be Doodle Art 8, Part 5, I think, is where I left off. And I'm just trying to see where I left off on this. There's 2 pages here. This is just a scrap. I think I was gonna finish coloring in or doing some kind of design like I did on these 2 here. So, I don't know. I just figured I'd do something today because I felt like I hadn't done an actual, I don't know, drawing video in a while. So, yeah. I'm not sure. I just feel like I should do something. Whoops, that looks terrible. So I ended up doing I had said in a video on Friday that I was going to go through my contact list and get rid of a bunch of people. And I did do that. I went and I got rid of a bunch of people from my list. Now, the only crappy part is I ended up deleting a contact, because my sister has like tons of contacts, or at least I had tons of contacts for her because she hasn't exactly had the most stable of home placement, places that she's been able to call home in the last, I don't know, 10 years since she's lived down in Texas. Best thing for her is she needs to get away from Texas. That's such a negative place. No offense if you are from Texas. It just, when I went to Texas, the people that she hung out with and all that were very racist, very negative people. If you were white, you got along perfect. But nope, if you were anything, else, it just, I don't know. I'd never experienced such racism before. It was almost stifling. So I was down there for my sister's wedding. I guess that's been a long enough time. But anyway, I didn't want this to be about that. I'm pretty sure Texas is a very nice place, and there are tons of nice people. One of my online friends is from Texas. Well, she lives in Texas now. She's not from Texas, but she's a nice lady. So I guess, not to, piss off every Texas person who watches my video. So if you are from Texas, the people that I saw and, was talking with were not very nice people. But that, like I said, that could just be because of the type of people my sister hangs out with. But like on her wedding, I had to go in a different room because I got mad that they were talking about some TI person. I think he's an artist. But he doesn't play music that I like. I like rock, metal, heavy metal, classic rock, new metal. I like that genre, the whole, what you would consider biker music, or whatever. So that's, I don't know what kind of style of, I know he obviously sings rap or something or whatever. But anyway, they were making fun of him, saying that because he's black, he can't sing well. And it's like, no, that's... And then they got all pissed, like, who is she? And get her out of here. And just whatever. Anyway, so I ended up... So the only reason that made me sad was I had a contact for my sister. Oh, yeah, that's how I got on that topic. And in my sister's contacts, one of my... Like I said, she doesn't have the most stable of homes. But then again, no drug addict ever really does have a very stable address placement. I've lived in the same house for 20 years now, so. But anyway, I didn't realize it until after I did it. I got rid of one of her contacts because I had like 8 of them for her. And you know what's sad is, okay, I'm going to talk about this before I finish. All right, so I had like those 8 lists of her name, and every single one I clicked on would have a year in it. 2012, 2013, 2014, new 2014. You know, they had the year that I added them because that's how many I had. And I didn't delete any of them. I just left them all. So I didn't realize that when I had deleted, I was like, you know what? I don't need to keep all those. She'll contact me whenever she wants, you know, or whenever she can, or whenever she's sober enough to do so, or whatever. I don't know. I can't get her to get away from that damn husband of hers because she's too addicted to using meth to want to, I guess. I don't know. And I can't, you know, I can't change her. I can't make her sober if she doesn't want to be. So, anyway, one of those contacts that I got rid of had my niece's address in it for a place there in Texas. And so now I don't have an address to call her at, or, you know, to write to my niece, even though my niece never writes back, but I think it's because of the person who is caring for her doesn't like my family because of the dealings that she's had with my sister. And I don't like that because I don't like being associated as being the same as my sister. I hate that. I've always hated that. Whenever I went out to the bar, when my sister and I would go out, it was always, oh, you're so-and-so's sister. And I'm like, no, I'm Angie. And I was going to put something in the middle of all these, but, But I don't know. But I did go in and I did I did get rid of all of my negative contacts. My contact list is so small now. It mostly is, I mean, I got rid of my aunt contact because sometime last year or 2 years ago, she contacted me and she was looking for somebody else's number. She didn't want to talk to me. She's like, can I get your brother's number? Do you know your brother's number? So what did I say to her? I said, oh, I'm glad you called. Thanks for asking how I'm doing, or something like that, right? She said, do you know your brother's number? Again, she asked. And I said, why would you call me and not talk to me first and just ask about him? She hung up on me. Oh my God, I called my grandma and I said, is that normal behavior of her? And apparently it is normal behavior of her. And ever since then, I was like, screw it. You're going to hang up on me? You're not my aunt anymore. So the other reason why I don't like her is because we went to my grandmother's 90th birthday 4 years ago now, because she's 94 now. The party was in the small town my grandma lives in South Dakota, and we couldn't get a hotel room or anything. We couldn't get housing or lodging in the place where, that small town where my grandma lives. So me, my husband, and my kids, we got a hotel room in the town that aunt lives in. And I called her up and I said, we're at, I don't remember what it was. Some kind of, one of the generic inns, I'm not sure if it was a Days Inn, Holiday Inn, or, whatever, you know what I mean? It was a hotel room or a hotel. I don't remember which kind. Maybe it was a Best Western. It could have been, I didn't do anything here. It could have been just about anything, and I don't remember. So anyway, I was like, well, we're we're going to be here because we had just drove, what, 6 hours to get to that town. And I called her and I'm like, hey, if you want to, do something, we're going to be available here for the next 2 hours. Oh, okay. And then she's like, well, my husband's home. I got to go. And then we never heard anything from her. So I just assumed we would see her at the party. Nope, she never came. So, and I guess my grandma was like, oh, she's always been like that. She doesn't come if, she doesn't want to. And I'm sitting here going, what a bitch. I don't know. But my family, you got to understand, my family is not big into family. Like my older brother has kids. I couldn't tell you a single one of those kids' names. Couldn't tell you when their birth dates are because my older brother didn't give a shit about me for up until a couple months ago when we finally rectified our, relationship. And I like where we're at now as a family, but for a long time there, he didn't give a shit who I was or any of that. I don't know what kind of dealings he was in, but because I wasn't, I think I had some of their family come up and say, are you religious? Back when we went to his first person's wedding, because he got married. His first marriage was when I may have still been living at home, because I do remember going to that church, and those people were so rude. I remember, that was like one of the first things that made me go, okay, you know what? If that's how church people are, I'm going to be not religious. But back then I was still discovering who and what, who I was. I still considered myself a believer in God because I prayed to God, back then. But after that was when I started realizing, well, if these people don't like me and they're really, believers in God, well, then maybe I should just not believe in God or whatever, I don't know. But anyway, I couldn't even tell you anything. I couldn't tell you any of their birthdays. I couldn't even tell you if it's all girls or all boys or a mixture of both. I couldn't tell you. I still don't know. When I had alluded to that on Easter here, he didn't say anything. So, I said, I don't even know your kids' birthdays. He didn't say nothing. So I don't know. Maybe that's just a sensitive subject for him like it is with my sister since she doesn't have her kids. But she doesn't have her kids because, well, I guess kind of the same reason. Well, not really the same reason. My sister doesn't have her kids because of drug use, but yeah, I couldn't even tell you. Where was I going with that? So I don't know, I don't know the aunt well enough. But anyway, I booted her out of my friends list or my contacts list too, because she never really, I don't know. She's never really, I don't know. The only time she ever talked to me was when she wanted something from me too, and that was at my mom's funeral. I had this picture that I had of my mom. I went to Pro-X because we had one in the mall. I think it was called Pro-X. It's where I used to go and get my kids' pictures done all the time until the place closed in the mall. But anyway, so I had this a standard 4x6 picture, and I told them, I said, can you would you guys be able to make this picture bigger? And I made it an 8 by whatever, the standard standard sheet is, the 8 by whatever it is. Anyway, so I got that done, and she only wanted to talk to me because she wanted that picture from me. I didn't know back then because I was only 22 when my mom died, so I didn't know what kind of useless piece of garbage my aunt was back then. But anyway, I'm going to end this for now because I'm almost at 15. Whoops, I'm off my page. I'm almost at 15, and I'm going to make part 6. Okay, you have a great rest of your day. Bye.